iPhone 5C disassembly, screen replacement repair. If you are replacing a badly cracked screen, cover it in sticky tape before starting. First, turn your phone off and remove the SIM tray by pushing your SIM removal tool into the hole circled below. If you don't have the SIM removal tool, use something like a paperclip. Next, remove the two pentalobe screws, circled below. Now attach a suction cup near the bottom of the screen, as shown below. If your screen is cracked, try and place the suction cup in an area which isn't damaged, but note that removal of the screens needs to start at the bottom end. Pull the suction cup up and you should lift the screen enough to allow you to get the edge of a plastic tool under the edge of the screen, as pictured below. Lever up both bottom corners of the screen. Lift the screen up and you'll see a metal cover held in place by 4 screws. Below is a close-up of the 4 screws. Remove these screws along with the metal cover, the ME shield. Make sure the screws go back in the same position they were removed from, particularly the top right screw, which is non-magnetic. You now have access to 3 ribbon cables connected to the screen. Only 2 are visible at first. Each of these cables has a plug and socket-like connection, so lever each up away from the circuit board. Disconnect the cables in the order indicated below. You can then lift the screen away from the rest of the phone. Below you can see the screen separated from the rest of the phone. If you are replacing the screen but your new screen does not come with the home button, ear speaker, front-facing camera, proximity sensor, then you'll need to remove them from your old screen. To remove the home button contact, start by removing the 2 screws circled below, then lift the metal part away and the home button contact should come with it. If the contact remains stuck firmly in place, don't force it, but apply some heat from a hot air gun or hairdryer to soften the adhesive holding the part in place, then try removing it again. The home button contact is now free. To remove the home button, push it through from the point indicated by the arrow below. If the home button doesn't come free, apply some heat from a hot air gun or hairdryer to soften the adhesive holding the part in place. The home button is now free, as shown below. To remove the ear speaker, remove the 2 screws circled below, then lift the metal cover and ear speaker away. The ear speaker is now free. To remove the metal backplate, remove the 6 screws you can see circled below. The 6 screws have now been removed. The flex ribbon cable for the front-facing camera and proximity sensor are circled below. To detach the flex ribbon cable for the front-facing camera and proximity sensor, first apply some heat with a hot air gun or hairdryer for around 30 seconds, which will soften the adhesive holding it in place. Then use a plastic tool to carefully lift the cable free from the point indicated by the arrow below. Be careful as this cable is easily damaged. Lift the metal backplate away from the back of the screen. The front-facing camera and proximity sensor will still be connected, but if you wish to remove this part, simply peel back the black sticker indicated by the arrow. The front-facing camera and proximity sensor are now free. If you only want to replace the screen, you don't need to follow the guide any further. Simply reattach the parts to your new screen and reverse the whole procedure for reassembly. If you've found this disassembly guide useful, please support formimobile.co.uk and order the tools and parts you need from our site. We ship worldwide. Continue following the rest of the guide for complete disassembly of your iPhone 5C. To disconnect the battery, first remove the 2 screws circled below and lift the metal away. Now disconnect the cable indicated below. This cable has a plug and socket-like connection, so lever it up, away from the circuit board. The battery is held in place by two adhesive strips on the underside of the battery. To remove the adhesive strips, there is a pull tab, indicated by the screwdriver below. To remove the battery, first cut the pull tab in the middle, where the arrow below indicates. You'll then have a pull tab for the left side of the battery and a pull tab for the right side.